Oh, fall, I love you so. Hello everybody, today I'm going to be discussing fall reads. We all love fall, or at least most of us do, because all over Instagram I'm seeing all these autumnal posts and I am loving it. You know, the leaves are changing, the weather is cooling, and you know, the spirits are rising just in time for Halloween, but that is a different video. Today's video is going to be about the reads that I recommend you pick up on a nice, brisk fall evening, morning, or noon, whenever you actually read. Whenever during fall. So technically, it just turned fall on the 22nd, and it's only a few days after that date, but let me tell you, it is not fall outside. It is literally like summer where I am in Boston. It's 80 degrees. Why? Why heat? You do not dare linger upon me. I don't like the heat. I like the cold. I like it being so cold that I am freezing to death. Well, not actually, but kind of. So right now, instead of tea being in this mug, it is water with ice in it, and I feel like I should peel off this beautiful, nice and soft sweater because it's just that dang hot. Even inside it's hot. Why is it hot? It's fall. But enough complaining, because it is going to be nice and brisk outside hopefully soon, and I am so ready for that. So let me tell you guys what reads I recommend you pick up during the beautiful fall season. So I don't know about you guys, but I am a very seasonal reader. Whenever it is the cooler months of the year, I tend to go and pick up fantasy, science fiction, and historical fiction books the most often, although that's pretty much what I read year-round. But sometimes in summer I choose, you know, the rare contemporary novel. So they are semi-seasonal reads if you think about it. So technically I'm actually not a seasonal reader, but I like to think of myself as one. So I'm guessing a lot of you guys are in school, so these books are really good reads that you want to read quickly because they're not ones that will drag on and on and on. They are under, you know, about 300 pages each, or they're a little bit over 300 pages, but it's enough to get finished pretty quickly if you have a very busy schedule with schoolwork or even with work. So I like to pride myself in thinking that these books are definitely the perfect fall reads if you're a busy student or just busy at work. Anywho, let's get into the video because I'm so excited to share these books with you guys because I think more people need to read them so we can fangirl over them and fanboy over them because they're just so awesome. So the first one I'm probably going to mention in my Halloween reads video, but I just have to mention in this one because the second book just came out, and so this one is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Carrie is such a phenomenal writer. I'm such a fan of hers. I have loved this book over and over again for a year or two since it came out. It is just so phenomenal. I really highly recommend anybody read it, even if you're not into Gothic set novels. This book is set in Gothic London during the Victorian era. It follows the storyline of Audrey Rose, and she is the apprentice to her uncle in the autopsy chamber. So yeah, she likes splitting people open after they're dead and looking at their insides. Fun stuff there, guys. But it doesn't stop there because she actually has to go and hunt down who Jack the Ripper is because he just so happens to be connected to her in some way, and it's really interesting in the way that he is. The next book is a wonderful time travel novel that I read a few years ago and still love to this day, and that is Ruby Red by Kirsten Greer. This book was originally in German and was translated into English a few years ago, and I picked it up and I devoured the whole entire trilogy in like a week. It was so good. This is about a girl who has been in a time traveling family her whole entire life, and she is not supposedly one of the time travelers in the family. But one day she turns out she actually is, and she is thrust into a world she was not groomed to be in, and she has to learn everything super quickly in order to save time as you know it. It is such a wonderful novel. It has romance in it, it has mystery, and it has very much intrigue that is very interesting until the very last page. Also, fun fact, if you are German, there are actually movies out based on these books, and if you are an English speaker, you can also watch the dubbed over version of this movie because it actually is a really good dubbed movie. I was very impressed by the dubbing of said movie because it was not silly. It was actually pretty good. So definitely go check it out because it is an awesome book and the movie is actually really good too. The next book is a given because everybody reads this during this time of year and all year round and forever and ever and always. I wonder what it could be. Now guys, it is an Outlander, but maybe I'll mention that later in this video. But this one is the amazing Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I started reading the Harry Potter books a few years ago, and I remember just reading it during, I think it was spring when I started, or maybe it was winter when I started. But whenever I started, it was definitely the right time to start. And I remember reading one of the books through fall, and it was just a beautiful, immersive read. Definitely to read on a very cold autumn day, because you get to be immersed into this world of magic. I know that a lot of us are in school at the moment because my demographic demographics tend to be in the young adult / semi-adult percentage range. Okay, and lastly, I have to add a romance book into this pile because romance books are so nice to read. They are fast, they are romantic and sexy, but they also leave you with a little bit of wonder because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so single, but when I read this book, I ain't. No, I'm not. But then when you're finished with it, you're like, oh, single again. But that is okay, guys, because we have fictional boyfriends. But anywho, so the last read I have for you guys is When a Scot Ties the Knot by Tessa Dare. This book is such a fun, romantic, sexy read. This book is about a woman named Madeline, and she makes up her perfect dream man. This is so she can avoid her first London season out in the world, ready to be ripe for the picking of marriage. So she makes up her own sweetheart and says that she is taken, and then one day she kills him off saying, oh, he actually died in war, and you know, I just can't go on without him, so don't put me out in London society just yet. So a few years pass, and then she finds out that her sweetheart is actually a real guy, and he's a beautiful, handsome Scotsman who has actually been receiving her letters this whole entire time. So when the real Captain Mackenzie comes knocking at her door, he is very handsome but not exactly honorable like the Captain Mackenzie that she wrote about in her letters. He is wounded, jaded, and ready to make good on every single promise that Madeline wasn't ready to keep. So it is such a fun book, and it is super witty. I love, love, love Tessa Dare's novels, so I hope you guys love them as well. Also, before I end this video, I have a new fall line of autumnal bookmarks going up on my site, SashaAlsberg.com, in just a few days from now, so definitely go get them so you can go stick them on your book during this beautiful fall season when you are reading. And last but not least, I haven't mentioned it on my YouTube channel that much recently, but I'm a part of a web series that is a collaborative channel with a bunch of other booktubers and myself, like Tiernan, Reagan, and Tasha. And we would love if you guys go and subscribe to the channel because we are posting videos up there every single week doing fun challenges and talking about really great topics, so definitely go check it out because we love doing it and we love having you guys watch it. We hope to reach 10,000 subscribers in a few months, so please go and give it some love and we would greatly appreciate it. So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Also guys, please go and pre-order Zenith because it's coming out in 4 months. It would mean the world to me if you go and pre-order it now, so link will be down below. Thank you guys. Love you!